Welcome to Hanging with Drummer Boy Jones. I am Jones, and tonight on episode number 2, we're going to discuss, maybe review, talk about Warrant's debut album, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, right after this. Warrant's debut album, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, was released on January the 31st, 1989 on Columbia Records, produced by Beau Hill. Beau Hill was pretty famous at that time for producing such bands. He had done most of Rat's catalog up to that time. I think he'd done Alice Cooper Constrictor, and Sam's mad because I won't let him out of the cage. And after that, I think he maybe done Kicks, Midnight Dynamite. So he'd done several of the 80s hair metal scene and had pretty good success with it. Most everybody knows the history of Warrant, but just for a real quick overview of that, Warrant started out in the early 80s with Eric Turner and bassist Jerry Dixon. They had another guitar player, another singer, another drummer. They was playing the club scene, and at that time, another band had moved in from Florida, which his name was Plain Jane. That also included Janie Lane and drummer Stephen Sweet. So when they was all playing together, half the people quit in Warrant, and Janie and Stephen, I think, had pretty much broken up Plain Jane and was thinking about, I believe, going back to either Ohio, where they was from, or maybe Florida, or something like that. But then they got a knock on their door, and they was like, hey, we need a singer and a drummer for Warrant. Well, Warrant was a pretty good draw in California, so they had seen Janie and was pretty impressed with his stage presence and his vocal abilities and his songwriting. So they asked Janie and Stephen to come jam, and of course, rest is history. Then after that, they picked up the second guitarist, Joey Allen, and formed what was the original Warrant that started recording. Like I said, they released their album on January 31st, 1989, and their first single was Down Boys. Remember seeing that on Headbangers Ball, and I was like, wow. They had the look, they had the sound. One thing I remember, Janie had a shirt on that said, "Be Like a Man." I thought that was pretty cool. It's an old abandoned warehouse. You can go check it out on YouTube. If you are not old enough to remember or haven't never seen it, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I was like, man, really cool. At that time, I was still into the Crew. Poison had just exploded onto the scene in '87. They was real huge at that time. Of course, Bon Jovi was huge, Def Leppard. And so Warrant was sort of the second tier of hair bands. But man, did they punch me right in the face, especially Janie's songwriting. The songs, very poppy. They also come out at the same time as Skid Row. Skid Row had released their first album, self-titled, somewhere in that same vicinity. I gravitated a lot towards Warrant more than Skid Row. Not knocking Skid Row, because I freaking love Skid Row, but I don't know. Janie's stuff just punched me right in the face. I have an original copy here. Warrant's Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Still got a price tag on it. Still got the hype sticker. Cost a walloping $7.99. And I'll put up a screenshot of this too. But kudos to Eric and Jerry. I mean, Warrant was their band and their vision. However, Janie took it over. Good or bad, all these songs was written by Janie. 32 Pennies, Down Boys, Big Talk, Sometimes She Cries, So Damn Pretty, Should Be Against the Law. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, In the Sticks, Heaven, Riding High, Cold Sweat. There's not a bad song on the record. I like a lot, some of them a lot more than others. But yeah, it was pretty impressive. I mean, I think it sold 2.1 million copies, which is also pretty freaking impressive. So, like I said, this come out in 1989, and in 1989, I was starting my senior year in high school, 89, 90, graduated in 90, and I put up some pics over this, and about any time you seen me, I had a Warrant shirt on. I went bonkers for Warrant. I remember on our senior trip, I think everybody had a copy on cassette. And if they didn't have a copy, they was passing it around. I remember I was talking to a good friend of mine, Woody, and that's one of the things he remembers, I believe, most about senior trip. I know we had our moments and all that stuff, but he mentioned that he remembered always listening to Warrant. But yeah, I mean, in 1989, there was the perfect combination of look and sound and poppy and hooks and the videos, and yeah, it was a great time to be alive. There was this was pre Me Too movement. The '80s hard rock, heavy metal was very sexualized. Definitely, you know, excuse my language, but the hot chicks and the teased hair and even the guys had the big hair, and all the videos had a chick in it that was dancing around or prancing, Tony Katane dancing on cars and things like that. So yeah, it was definitely pre Me Too and very tongue in cheek. But like I said, I always loved Warrant, but it didn't take me to. I think when I went really head over heels for Warrant was another good friend of mine, Doug, come into school, and he had bought. I'll put the pick up. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich live, and when I seen that, my entire attitude changed towards Warrant. Then I got to see Janie's stage presence and how he would talk to the crowd and get the crowd involved. And, every other word was an F bomb. And it was fantastic for a 17-year-old kid. We all got kicked out of school because for wearing Warrant T-shirts. I had a Warrant shirt, and I'll try to find a pic, post it if not. But they was all in bathroom stalls. You seen girls' legs hanging out from up under the stall, and it said the Down Boys. And on the back, it said harmful as swallowed. Yeah, that got me sent home time or two. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, so the second single come out, and it was Heaven. And Heaven was... it shot them into another stratosphere. Heaven peaked at number 2. And number 2 on the Billboard Top 100 at the time. And that was pretty impressive. And the one song that kept them out of the number 1 spot, the one song, was fucking Milli Vanilli, Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You. 2 guys that didn't even freaking sing on their record kept Warrant out of the number 1 spot of having a number 1 hit single. But it did go to number 2. If Milli Vanilli would have kicked them out, at least it could have been, what was it, Blame It on the Rain or something. I don't even remember Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You. But obviously it was pretty good because it stayed at number 1 for 8 weeks. And Warrant stayed at number 2 for 10 weeks. And listen to the company that Warrant was above. If I Could Turn Back Time, Cher was number 3. 18 in Life by Skid Row was number 4. Cherish, Madonna, 5. Don't Want to Lose You, Gloria Estefan was number 6. Shower Me With Your Love by Surface. Don't remember that one. Miss You Much, Janet Jackson. Number 9, New Kids on the Block, Hanging Tough. And number 10, which I'm personally, I'm a little biased, but yeah, Paula Abdul, oof. Cold Hearted Snake, or was it Cold Hearted Snake? Was that the name of it? Yeah, something like that. It was number 10. So that was the top 10 at that time. So Warrant was definitely in some good company with some major heavyweights. But yeah, Milli Vanilli at number 1. Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. So, yeah, so going back to that home video, if you haven't had a chance, YouTube Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich live home video. Give you a whole new impression of Warrant. If you like Warrant. If you don't, you probably don't give a shit. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, Janie just had me in the palm of his hands. It was really, really good. But yeah, Heaven was the one that knocked it out of the park. Third single was Big Talk. Personally, I love Big Talk. I know a lot of people does not. I don't think it's that good, but I thought the drums in it was really good. Actually, Janie, I keep going back to Janie, but Warrant was, really good musicians. I think Steven was a really good drummer. Both guitar players was really good. Yes, they had a studio musician. I think his name was Mike Slammer. Hope I'm saying it right. It might be Slammer, but I think it is Slammer. Bo Hill brought him in to do a lot of the guitar solos. I mean, these was 20, 21-year-old kids, still pretty much learning their instruments. And, there's owner production. They had to go. I'm not saying Mike Slamer done all of it. I think Eric's on some, some podcasts and things like that of things that he done or Eric done, but Slamer played some solos on some of it. And congrats to him, and I'm sure he done a fantastic job. But the band was still pretty damn good. It was really good. They toured on that album endlessly. I got to see them at Murfreesboro at whatever the name of that place was in their basketball gym, opening up for Motley on the Dr. Feelgood tour, and. Once again, the video was fantastic, took me to another level, and then I seen them live, and it took me to a completely another level. I was just blown away. They done their hits off the first record, and this was at the very tail end of the tour. So Janie comes out, with the flat top, and he's like, "I'm going to play the first single off of our next record. This is called Uncle Tom's Cabin," and of course, we all went batshit and loved it. I had read in several places, and shout out to my good friend Anthony on the Hair Metal Guru. I done a show with him about Janie. You can check that out. I'll post a link in the comments. Also check his channel out. He does some fantastic stuff. I'm actually I think he's willing to come on and chat with me for a little bit. And we'll talk some things, but yeah, it's a great guy. Please check his channel out. He's been a very good friend to me. We've texted several times, talked a lot online, emails, things like that. So super nice guy, super sweet guy. But yeah, so I don't think Big Talk really done anything on the radio. And then the last single of the record was Sometimes She Cries. The video was pretty cool. It had, I think it was a girl from 90210 was in that video. But it was really good. It really showcased Janie's songwriting. But, the deeper cuts, let's go through them right quick. 32 Pennies. 32 Pennies holds a very special place in my Warrant heart, if you will. It's one of my favorite songs of Warrant. 32 pennies in a ragu jar. It's all I've got to my name. I love her. She loves me. But to the pennies, it's all the same. Actually, that's my next tattoo. I say my next tattoo. It's a tattoo design I want. It's a 32 pennies jar ragu jar turned over with pennies rolling out of it, sort of, I've got on this arm, Song and Dance Man, Janie. I've got Stronger Now here. Janie means a lot to me. His songwriting means a lot to me. And my wife gave me one of the best presents I ever had. Uh, she had bought a spaghetti sauce, a glass jar of ragu. She had emptied it out, cleaned it all out, went to the bank and got 32 brand new pennies, not in circulation, real good and clean pennies. And you can see the picture behind me of me and my wife and Janie when we met him one time. And she put that picture on the inside and laminated it with 32 pennies in it. And so that gift holds a very special place to me. So that was really cool. Some of the other ones, So Damn Pretty, Should Have Been Against the Law, a little up-tempo rocker, good song. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, once again, up-tempo, good song. In the Sticks, I love that one too. It's a good song. Riding High, it's decent. Cold Sweat, decent. But overall, I would probably give this record 7 out of 10. It's very good. I liked it. Very good record. They did re-release it on Music on Vinyl a couple years ago on a green translucent vinyl. It's pretty cool. Check that out. And then they also released another, like a extended version on CD, and it had a couple of demos and things like that, and some remastered. Is all remastered. Sounds good. Sounds really good. But so, you guys tell me your thoughts about this record. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Uh, I'm gonna go through all the Warrant records. We're gonna do Cherry Pie. We're gonna do Dog Eat Dog, Ultraphobic, Belly to Belly. Um, Probably not the live stuff, things like that, but definitely those. So maybe I can get the guru on here with me. I know some other friends of mine is wanting to do some of these as well. And so, yeah, we'll check that out. But yeah, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about this record. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, never heard it, don't want to hear it. It's all good. Once again, thank you for joining me. It's quick to the point. I just wanted to kick something out. I'm going to try. I've actually got an interview scheduled day after tomorrow with a guest, and I'm very, very, very looking forward to that. It takes me back all the way to the beginning. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned to that. I'll probably record that Wednesday, do some editing probably Thursday, Friday, and maybe have it out by the weekend or on the weekend. So thank you guys so much. Peace, love, treat everybody with respect, be kind. Don't be a dick. The world's cancel culture and all this bullshit. It's, just be kind to one another. And I appreciate your support. Thank you. See you next time. Peace.